Good morning, students. Welcome to e-learning social science class. Today we are going to do chapter 1, the Indian Constitution. In the previous class of the same chapter, we discussed that a constitution is a list of principles that the people of country agree upon as the basis of how they want to be governed. We also discussed the reasons why it is good for a country to have a constitution, and in brief, the making of our constitution. Today, we are going to learn about the vision and values of the Indian Constitution and the features of the Constitution. Are you familiar with the picture shown here? Yes, this is the preamble of our Constitution. Where have you seen this picture? I know all of you will say that this is the first page of our school diary. Now let's see why this is here. The framers of our Indian Constitution had the vision of rapidly progressing India. To realize this vision, they set forth certain values in our Constitution. These values are stated in the preamble. Our country's, that is India's constitution, begins with an introduction called the Preamble. Let's see the first line of our preamble. It says, "We, the people of India." And the last line says, "Do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution." It implies that our constitution has been prepared and given authority by the representatives of the people. The constitution is the supreme document of our country. Since it draws its authority from the people have the ultimate power. Sovereign. India is a sovereign nation. It means that it is independent and has the right to take its own decisions in all the matters, internal or external. Socialist. India's constitution upholds the ideal of socialism, which seeks to give everyone equal opportunities to use the country's resources. Secular. India is a secular country. It means all the religions are treated equally in India. There is no state religion. Democratic. The people of India participate in governance through representatives elected by the adult population, that is 18 years and above Indian citizens of the country. Elections are held regularly and the people can change their government if they are not satisfied with it. Hence, India is a democratic country. And the Republic. The Constitution of India provides for an elected head of state who is known as the President. The President serves for the fixed term and his office is not hereditary. Thus, India is a republic. Justice. The framers of our constitution wanted to build a society in which everyone gets justice. Our constitution has provided for the fair and equal treatment of all citizens before the law. Our constitution promotes liberty, equality, and fraternity because these are essential for building a just society. Liberty. The citizens of India have been given the liberty to express their opinions freely, to follow their own beliefs, and to choose their own professions. Equality. In India, all citizens are equal before the law. Besides, any form of discrimination is illegal and punishable by the law. Fraternity. India is a land of diverse people. Within the country, there are large number of groups having different cultures, traditions, language. To ensure that they can all live in harmony as one nation, it is important to develop the sense of brotherhood among them. So, the Constitution promotes fraternity to strengthen the unity and integrity of the nation. Now let us see the importance of our preamble. Our preamble is very important because although it cannot be enforced by law, but it is an important document because it states that the goals before the nation and thus guides the policy makers. All laws of the country must uphold the basic values stated in the preamble. A law that is against the spirit of constitution is void. Now let us see what are the features of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution is the fundamental law of our nation. It defines the powers and functions of the government as well as the rights and duties of the citizens. The leaders who framed the Constitution discussed and accommodate its significant features from Constitution around the world. The Constitution gives complete authority to the people of India. The first feature of Indian Constitution are federalism. By federalism we mean that more than one level of government exists in India. These are the central government, the state government, and the local state government, that is Panchayati Raj. There is a separation of power between the union government and the state government. The Constitution contains three lists of subjects: the union list, in which union government can make laws on 100 subjects; the state list, in which the state government can make law on 61 subjects; and the concurrent list. The both union and state government share the power to make on 47 subjects. The second feature of our Indian Constitution is the parliamentary form of government. It means that the adult citizens who are 18 years and above of India can vote for and elect their representatives to lead the country. The Constitution of India provides for a parliamentary system of government that is adopted both at the center and the state level. The law-making body of the central government is called the Parliament, and at the state level, such an assembly is called the legislature. The work done by central government is monitored by the Parliament, and the activities of the state government are monitored by the state legislature. The executive is collectively responsible to the legislature. The third feature is separation of power. As per the Constitution, there are three organs of the government. These are the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The legislature refers to the Indian Parliament, which consists of the elected representatives. The executive is the branch is responsible for running the government. This is headed by the President and the Prime Minister. And the judiciary refers to the system of court in India. The separation of power refers that each of these organs exercise different responsibilities. Also, each organ keeps the other organ in check. Hence, power is balance. The Constitution of India guarantees certain basic rights that are essential to the well-being of every citizen. They are known as the fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are required to maintain the democratic nature of the government. On violation of these fundamental rights, a person can approach the Supreme Court or High Court to claim his rights. The Constitution provides 6 fundamental rights to the citizens of India to enable them to live a life of dignity. These 6 fundamental rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, right to constitutional remedies. These fundamental rights has often been referred to as the conscience of Indian Constitution. Next feature is Directive Principles of State Policy. All the ideals of the Constitution cannot be translated into laws at once. Knowing this, the framers of a constitution laid down certain guidelines for future governments for the gradual translation of ideals into laws. These guidelines are called Directive Principles of State Policy. When a government wants to give effect to the directive principle, it passes a law to that effect. For example, the government has passed laws to protect wildlife and monuments of cultural importance. Like the Preamble, the directive principles cannot be enforced by law, though it is government's duty to follow these principles while framing policies. The government can't be sued in a court if it fails to do so. The next feature is secularism. Secularism is an important national goal. A secular state is one in which there is no discrimination of people based on their religion. All citizens enjoy freedom of worship and possesses equal civil and political rights, irrespective of their religious background. The states support and provide equal status to all religions in our country. It ensures that no particular religion is promoted as state religion. Now let's recap all the important points that we have covered in today's class. They are: India's constitution begins with an introduction called the Preamble, which states the ideals that the nation should follow. The Preamble declares that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The Preamble can't be enforced by law, but the laws of our country uphold the basic values stated in the Preamble. Important features of Indian Constitution are federal structure of government, parliamentary form of government, separation of power, fundamental rights, and secularism. While the fundamental rights can be enforced by law, the directive principles cannot. Directive principles are given effect through laws passed by the government. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.